Hey guys, I'm just showing off a quick game that I made for a job interview a while back. I made this over the course of 2.5 weeks. The prompt was racquetball, and the idea was we had to make a game where you hit a ball against a backboard, rallying against an AI opponent to score points. So as you can see with this intro screen, I used slate and camera animations to give the menu a little bit more flair. Um, I also created this team color thing with material parameter collections. Um, this will persist through levels, so you can change the colors as you like. And I actually have two modes in the game. I have the Verse AI mode and I have a solo mode, because the solo mode actually ended up being more fun in my opinion than the AI mode. So as you can see, and we were instructed to be creative with this and kind of take it in whatever direction we wanted. So I decided to kind of add like a bullet hell kind of mechanic to it, where you hit these boxes against the back wall, and depending on the color, they'll shoot different patterns. The bottom floor is also moving. I had the idea that I would spawn like level geometry in as it went along. But that would be for like a future thing if I like decided that was the direction I wanted to go with this. You may have also noticed that there's a dodge mechanic that works kind of like a Unreal Tournament, where you, because this is my own player controller, you double tap to cause the player to move in the direction that you want him to move. I also have my own jump. The normal player controller jump was way too floaty for something like this, and was difficult to perceive depth, so I ended up kind of going with this Star Tropics type of vibe, where you kind of like launch up into the air really quick and then hover. And all the bullets can be jumped over except for the big ones. I also have two different collision hitboxes. I have one for, well, I guess actually three. I have one that's really small for the bullets, as per usual. That's kind of what you do with a bullet hell. And then there's also a much wider one, larger than the player's body, to hit the ball. So even if the ball gets stuck in one of the larger bullets or something like that, it's still possible to hit it. Anyway, yeah, so that's this mode. Let me go back and go to the versus AI mode. So in the versus AI mode, you can technically hit the ball when it's not your color. That's intended. But you won't score. So if you hit the ball for the AI, you're just hurting yourself. However, you cannot double hit the ball. So if I try to like double tap it, so for example, if I'm spamming the mouse button right there, it doesn't do anything. The way that the AI works, there's several trigger volumes going on that run on their own trace channel with the ball. And when the ball intersects them, it generates an overlap event, which then fires off a couple of ray casts, which bounce around and predict where the ball is going to land. There's basically like a final trigger volume where the AI runs around. That's like just a target, and it'll detect. It's really hard to play and talk at the same time, but it'll try to detect where it's going to hit. I find that it tends to be really accurate, especially since I have like three or four layers or so. Sorry, 3 or 4 layers or something like that, where the ball will actually overlap. So it tends to be very accurate. And really, the only good way to beat the opponent is exactly what you would do in tennis or racquetball anyway, which is try to hit the ball far enough away from the opponent that he doesn't have enough time to run over. Anyway, I'm playing horribly, but that's just from the talking, I guess. That's the game I made, and I'll leave an executable, a link to the executable in the description if anyone wants to play it. And thanks for watching.